I also saw from walking around that you guys have a number of PlayStation 3s and other gaming systems for the kids. Can you talk a little about how video games play a role with the kids that are on board?
Well, I think definitely any parent that doesn't have a video game system is missing an opportunity to keep their little ones occupied. Not saying that this is the sole basis behind a high energy youth and teen program, but certainly you cannot go wrong with the popular Nintendo Wii systems, Xbox 360 Connect, which takes a full reading of the silhouette of one's image and getting the guest involved for that. So certainly video game systems that we do have, it's a facet to our popular youth and teen program where the kids can get involved. For instance, in the past, I know for when Nintendo Wii was a very popular event, we used to get the guest involved for a boxing match. It was a husband versus wife boxing match and find out whose wife is a knockout, whatever it was. So you had these fun guests that are just getting involved with the video game systems. But with now Xbox, it's such a hot ticket, these days, the popular video games, and just getting the kids involved in a facet to the program. But we'd like to see them incorporate communicating with one another, the games outside, getting that active motion, not just sitting them into a room and say, okay, here's your video game system, we're done with the day. It is an element to the cruise programs for the kids, but isn't the sole feature to it.
How have you seen the influx of people that now come on board with Kindles, iPads, all this technology, smartphones, impact their vacations?
I think definitely in the past year, I've noticed it, being the cruise director overseeing the entertainment, just even walking into the theater half an hour before a show, greeting the guests and seeing them come in, sitting down with their Kindles, with their iPods, iPhones, and the apps that go with that. The iPad mini seem to be very popular, growing facet to what we see guests coming with that. The regular iPads. For instance, say you go ashore on a port of call in the Caribbean, you come back, it's 25 minutes before showtime. Well, let's take a look at the photographs that we took today. Hey, remember this? What do you think? Just, it's a part of the growing technology that people have. For instance, I have my iPod Touch, and if I'm on a plane and say, sorry, we're delayed for half an hour on the tarmac, no problem at all. I'm happy just with my technology and my music, my video games. You won't see many people with the headphones listening to music. It's now just involving with the Kindles and scrolling on down. You see them reading their books through that aspect. But certainly within the past year or two, it's a growing influx of the Kindles and the iPads that I see that have just permeated the theater. You just look around, you see a whole bunch of guests just scrolling away and looking at their photographs and communicating with their family members or friends. It's definitely something you notice.
Now, the last thing I wanted to touch upon is going back to the Game On. We got to play that. It's got really cool Pictionary, but can you talk a little about how it actually allows for multiplayer across different tables?
Yeah, as opposed to maybe just like your one video game system, that there could be a number of players you can select. Okay, it's one person playing, 2 or 4 people playing. From time to time, the screen is right there in front of you. It may rotate to a side where it's going to be going for the guest to play, or now you're just saying, hey, we need 3 more players, or I'm looking for 1 more player. Hey, come join us, sit on this side of the table. So just like a four-sided table on hand, the Game On system can adapt for those guests that are playing for it. So it's a pretty cool, neat feature.
And it has internet connectivity so that all the tables for Pictionary, for example,
yes, you can racing against the other ones. So it's certainly one. And this is only scratching the surface, I think, of what a popular system could be. Just with the integration, you see it now in sometimes theaters and different bars and lounges where your trivia, you can log in and it connects that way. I'd love to see more of that. A facet for someone's own multimedia from their iPod or their type of BlackBerry device or Android system where a guest can come on and that would just integrate. I would love to see it. Not sure if and when it will happen, but I think with so many people coming on board the ship, hey, download this app for free, and now if you're in the theater, play trivia against your fellow guests. I'm sure someone's thinking about it, if I'm thinking about it, and I can't wait to see it because it certainly has been a growth for the past 18 years of somebody walking in just with a book. That's all they have, or a TV remote that has a cable connected to the TV. Now everything is done, it seems, from remote, and technology is certainly here to stay. And within Celebrity Cruises, they're just inviting facets of technology. What could be a cool thing on board the ship for a guest to enjoy? I'm sure if a guest comes on board the ship, they're not going to be disappointed with the technology that Celebrity Cruise offers.